Hey guys, welcome back to more episodes of The Americans. We're on episode 4, season 6. We've got a delicate balance here now because Philip is no longer involved. He's been instructed or asked by Oleg to keep an eye on his wife because she is now in the midst of helping those who are looking at taking Gorbachev down. And she's saying she doesn't want to be like people is. She wants the old world to stay the way it is in Russia. He's seen the political changes. He's seen the landscape change and the possible fall of the Soviet Union, which we know comes. And the initial stages of it are starting to seep in here with Gorbachev, which is why they're trying to stop him. And he's been instructed to take action if necessary, if it goes too far. Meanwhile, we've got Paige, who's been bollocked by her for leaving her post when that happened in the park with the general. It's a delicate situation, and I feel like they're moving apart with their outlook of the world now. Especially one of them now is still a spy, and the other one kind of is like a retired spy, if you can call it that, but still in the same network integrated scenario because they're a married couple. Right, let's carry on. Episode 4.
One thing I learned here is that they're not crazy. We can make peace with them. That's why I'm here.
I'm happy that Oleg
I don't
recognizes that.
really understand what's going on, what you said before.
The people running the center, we believe, are actively trying to get rid of Gorbachev.
Indeed.
Everybody in the whole country who is looking forwards and not backwards. Everybody inside the organization who is supporting Gorbachev.
You have to believe me when I say my wife would never do anything to hurt our country. If you knew her.
We know how loyal she is.
But that's the whole point. We're not saying she'll do anything to hurt your country. She will do anything to keep your country the way it is. That's what Oleg is trying to get over here, that there are those that have approached her as part of the centre that are wanting to keep the stability that is the communist Soviet Union. And you two are seeing it for what it is and what Gorbachev represents and what's on the possible horizon of change. They don't want that.
The summit. She's been trying hard to get some kind of radiation sensor.
Yeah.
She went after an old source of ours, Lyle Renhall,
Blew up in her face.
Air Force
Literally.
General.
They are following me now. I was clean tonight, but we can't meet in person again.
Elizabeth?
This is going to be the final thing that tears these two apart. I'm intrigued to know where this ends. It's unfortunate because of the subject matter that this show only appeals to a very small niche audience.
How is work?
She looks like crap.
You want one?
This is the problem.
So, what's new in the world of Jim Baxter?
Yeah, I was just looking for the next opportunity.
Guess where I'm going over Thanksgiving?
Where?
Greece. With my roommate and a bunch of girlfriends.
Are you gonna sleep tonight? You'll learn to.
She's tired. She'll sleep. You are still
Did you get what you
fine with your
needed?
conscience with it yet.
Anyway, this guy Brian is an intern for a congressman on the Armed Services Committee. His brother's birthday is Friday. People are meeting up at this bar.
Right back into it.
Yeah. She's her little minion
I
now.
can go.
We talked about what happened. It's over.
Really?
It's okay, Dad.
No, I don't think it is.
No. Stop listening to every
Why did he
word
kill himself,
your mother
Elizabeth?
says.
I'm sure there was a reason.
You'd have to ask him.
Just ask yourself one question, Paige. If this man was troubled and really want to kill himself, why would he do it in a park in the middle of the night? She's doting on every word that her mother's saying because her mother has convinced her that this is the right thing to do, that you were always going to become part of this. This is what this whole family setup was about. and the centre wanted to use the younger generation. And you don't question anything your mum says now. But now your father is no longer on the inside. He wants you to see it for what it really is, and your mother's not letting you.
Sometimes bad things happen in the world, and
please don't tell me about the world, Paige.
Why not? We live in the world, Philip. He loves me, he loves you. But somewhere,
your loyalties are changed.
something got lost. If you want to go after someone as a source for information when you're ready, great.
Don't mix the two.
But you don't mix the two things.
No, you don't.
Fine, I won't.
No.
And you're not ready to go after a source, not by a long shot. You're gonna work in the State Department, maybe the CIA, maybe the Defense Department. The most important thing is to protect you and to get you ready. You're happy to have Henry do whatever you want.
You put her life in danger.
Her life was not in danger. It won't happen again.
But you know it well.
How do you know that?
You know it well.
Because she learns from her mistakes.
Breland. Last one before Christmas.
Why?
She's not coming home for Thanksgiving. She's going to Greece with her friends.
I'm going
He's still been
downstairs.
doing it.
Don't wait up.
He's still been getting the tapes, but if she's going away now, that's his access gone.
Как тебе Саша показался?
Ой, нормальный ребенок. Такой здоровый, упитанный. Молодец по полной программе.
Хорошо. 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 Ты знаешь, очень полезный семинар, где нас оказался. Они тут
разработали новый алгоритм для...
Ну-ка, что там?
Be careful how much you tell him here.
Тут сочетаются две вещи. Во-первых, все возможные варианты отправления и прибытия сводятся в единый вариант. У тебя карандаш есть под рукой? Я продиктую алгоритм.
Да, давай, я готов.
While they were discussing it, they kept talking about our guy inside and how he couldn't get away right now.
They have a human source. Something else came up. You reported that Stan Beeman's wife talked about a case he was still working in counterintelligence.
Yep.
It involved a Soviet couple. One of our couriers went over to the Americans. Defected with his wife and her child.
It could be them.
But this one was a player on our national hockey team. After they debrief him, he'll go right into their propaganda machine.
Propagation of fear.
What should we do next with Paige?
Another movie?
Not what you meant.
Honestly, it's all good.
Hey.
Hey, Dad, I got a message you called. What's up?
Oh, not much. I just hadn't...
Stop! Stop!
Just hadn't talked in a while. Didn't you guys have another game?
No, this afternoon. Brockton Moore.
There's no easy way to say this, Henry, but we've been having a rough patch at work.
I thought you said things were looking up.
I know, but they're not. Look, I know how much you love St. Edward's. I do too. And next year is your senior year and
It's the
all.
money.
Look,
It's
Dad,
the money.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't have the money for it.
You know, we've expanded and renovated and getting new people and equipment. And I took out a big loan to do all that.
And now I can't afford to pay
And
for your
then
tuition.
business just didn't jump the way I thought it would. I'm not sure how we can pay for your tuition next fall.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
I mean,
Because
I
of
am.
all the times and the things that, Philip, as well as Elizabeth, is responsible for living under the radar, fake name, fake everything, killed how many people, shot how many people, stolen stuff, planted stuff, but he's not willing to cross the line and go and take money or funds from somewhere that he's not meant to be able to continue up the pretense here. He's not willing to cross that line because he could, and he would probably be able to plan it well enough to be able to get away with it, but he wants to still not be a criminal, Even though there's that fine line between criminal behaviour and being a fucking foreign spy, it's kind of one and the same, but it's not a normal criminal enterprise.
I'm trying to think of ways, but...
We need to follow an FBI agent. We're looking for a man who's probably just moved into a safe house, Soviet, likely with his wife and her 7-year-old son. He won't be looking for surveillance, but we'll have to be very careful. I already know some of his routes. Don't use Julie on this one. She's too inexperienced.
Thank you again. If there's any time at all, I promise my wife. Pleasure. Thank you.
You ever worry about money?
I got a government job. No alimony. They match whatever I put into my retirement account. Why, is everything okay?
No.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
you wouldn't have mentioned it.
It's just in business, there's always this pressure about growth. Not taking on more responsibilities, more headaches, more time. Bills keep coming either way.
And that's both good and bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No good deed. Always a risk when you run your own business that you think you're doing the right thing to invest in.
Добрый вечер, Игорь Павлович. Привет. Как его жена, ребенок?
Ну, правду вам сказать, отвратительно. А матери его еще хуже. Он говорит, чтобы я вам доверял полностью. А это не так-то просто.
Him you can trust.
Он хочет сделать что-то значительное.
He does feel strongly about this.
А это ваше воспитание.
He wants to do the right thing here, Oleg. Just the same with the discussion that he had with Stan in the car about the bioweapon thing, where he's like, we deal with dangerous stuff and I don't think our people know what they're doing with it.
How bad is it?
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's just not adding up.
Maybe you just need to cut back.
Yeah.
How would you cut back when you've just expanded?
I just don't see how cutting back would fix it. I told Henry that I'm not sure we can pay his tuition next year.
Really? How did that go?
She doesn't even care.
I don't know.
If I know Stan, he's gonna sport a tail like that. Or at least he should. Just like if he was trying to trail you, you'd be on it. But I guess when you're not expecting it, you're not looking for it.
We went up again on Burov yesterday. Goes to the school, eats out, then goes back to his hotel.
How long are you gonna stay on him?
Another 24. Mr. and Mrs. Teacup are giving everybody a headache. Relocation just called. They want us back in there.
What, they can't do their job?
Shit, just
Both
when
of
we
them
need
keep
you
saying they
not
need
to
you.
be.
I've done everything I can.
Relocation doesn't complain a lot. See what the problems are. Check in on them every couple of days until they go.
Just fell in his lap. You really should stay away from this right now, Stan.
And when they start play?
In about 15 minutes or so.
Gonna make you a plate or something?
Go. Save the world.
Yeah, that's what you want to wear.
I don't feel good.
Okay.
Okay,
Don't worry, I'll get some towels. Thank you.
Well, I'm in here.
Go home, okay?
I just wanted to say I'm sorry about your wife.
There you go.
It must be very hard. Very hard thing.
Thanks.
I imagine it's hard to concentrate on our work with Mrs.
Sometimes, but other times it feels like it might. Oh shit.
Hey, no, I'm here.
You got nothing. You got nothing. I was wondering if that was just spur of the moment of a getting it like that. Yeah, it was. You got nothing. He seems to be looking a lot of bills here. Even more trouble than he's letting on. I mean, we know this happened, this was real, this was how it was. It made him think just looking at that sandwich, looking at the food. This season's gonna be rough, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's going in a very dark place. And the continued the continued dismantling of the stable rock that these two had as a marriage and as a working couple is starting to show signs of wear. And Paige is in the middle of Elizabeth and Philip, and she's telling her one thing, he's trying to show her something else. He's trying to make her just be herself and see things for herself. Don't let your mum, by all means, let your mum train you and guide you, but don't buy into the propaganda that is so prevalent with the centre in you justifying every single death that comes along. Oh, well, he must have just had troubles. No one commits suicide by walking into a park with a gun and blowing their brains out. It's just, so I can see that is troubling Philip massively, and he's dealing with the headache with the finance problem as well, because he's had to inform Henry that the tuition fees have just dried up. She tried her best there to get the coat wired and to listen in on the game, and then the wife has thrown a spanner in it, through no one's fault, just because she's down, she's not well, she's got nothing. Elizabeth, for me at this point now, is becoming the character that they want you to not side with. You know, it's been very difficult not to take sides on this, but we've got opposing sides. We've got the American side, we've got the Russian side. I'm on Philip's side, but I'm on Stan's side. It's so, you can't stay impartial, but you just want everyone to get along. And that's what Oleg's saying. I think these people, what did he say? These people aren't crazy. I think we can make peace with them. But those in power, those in the centre that don't want Gorbachev to remain where he is, don't want to change the status quo. They don't want this. So I'm enjoying this. This final season is going to be good. Anyway, I will be back with another one next week. We'll be back with episode 5. I would appreciate a quick sub to the channel if you haven't already, guys. And if you do want to watch all of these in full length, they are all still available over on Patreon. Check the link in the description as always. And I will see you for episode 5 next. Take care.